If you're a real estate investor, you created your website in order to generate motivated seller leads online. One thing investors often overlook is the difference between generating traffic to your website and converting that traffic into leads. So if you don't know if your website is converting, then my question for you would be, how many deals are you willing to lose due to an underperforming website? So if you're about to create your website, or if you're looking to optimize the conversion on your existing website, I want you to watch this podcast snippet from our friends with Brian and Chad over at Motivated Leads. We talk about the 3 elements of a high converting website and the first 3 steps you need to take when customizing and creating that website. So at a high level, we've got 3 things that we believe makes a high converting and a beautiful website. You get the structure, does it flow well? Is it laid out in the right order? It makes sense, easy to navigate. The story it's telling, the copy that's on there, and the speed. So your structure, your story, your speed. What do you, in your guys' eyes, what makes a high converting website? What have you found?
I've found a couple things. Number one, you have to get the right people to the website. And if you get them there, the messaging. So the thing I like about Carrot is up in the hero section, you have a strong call to action and you make it really easy for people to fill out the form. So that's one thing that helps out a lot. What do you think on that, Chad?
Yeah, I think a lot of it too has to do with what your traffic source is. If you're going SEO driven, and you're looking for those organic leads that are coming through Google, then you need to focus more so on the whole entire website itself, that whole homepage, the story that it's telling, as you said, Brady, as well as the hero section. The hero section is like what we call the hero section, is that main call to action and the form up there. SEO traffic itself is more, as we said, like they're organic, so they're clicking past the ads. So they're more likely to read through the website and want to go through that story. And that's a high converting lead at that point. Now, if you're going like from a paid traffic standpoint, where your Google ads, Facebook ads, that that seller themselves are going to act differently. Typically, they're searching directly, trying to find companies to buy their house fast for cash, whatever it may be. So they don't really care so much about the story, everything that's behind it. And that hero section is going to be like your strongest point there, where it has to have a strong call to action and a form up there. And Carrot does that great because you split the form up in 2 different steps, which allows you to capture that front end lead and then that back end information.
That makes a lot of sense. That's helpful context to know where the lead is coming from. It really affects how much or how little information you need on the website to convert them into a lead, and what they might be looking for, what they don't really care about. So we got structure, story, speed. We're kind of glossing over these because really, I mean, the truth is Carrot does a lot of these out of the box for you. That's the beauty of Carrot. Is I didn't intend for this to be a sales pitch, but basically, you don't need to worry about where does this page need to live? Where does that page need to live? How many paragraphs do I need on that page? A lot of that is already built in for you. Brian and Chad, as far as structure, as far as like text forms. So let's say from an SEO standpoint, is there anything you're making sure is on the website, or anything particular you're looking at as far as flow of the website that you want to see on there?
You know what? The Carrot sites come out pretty nice out of the box on the structure wise for SEO. Same with the content. One thing to talk about different websites also, Carrot out of the box comes out with all the different things built in, right? I see a lot, like we have a team that could build custom websites for us on all different platforms. And Carrot seems to convert really well, and it's really easy out of the box. It has the About Us, the testimonial section, the blogs, everything like that. So from the SEO standpoint, it works really well.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. Before we hit record, I was, doing my prep for the podcast, and I went to your guys' website. Is it 412houses.com? That's what it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Shadow. I was like, oh, you guys got your conversion dial then. It's basic looking. Like there's so much more you can do with Carrot. And you were saying, well, it's converting right now. It's doing the job.
Yeah. You know what? Our website is literally out of the box. I mean, obviously we changed a lot of the content, things like that to rank for SEO purposes, but from the design side, I look at, because I deal with sellers when we're buying properties, and I try to think, okay, what's a seller looking for? They're looking for somebody that's local, that can buy their house, that doesn't look like a big bank that's going to compound them. So why would I want to make my website real fancy looking and intimidate people? They're looking for a normal person. They have problems. They're vulnerable. So that's one thing I like about it. I didn't change much on the design side, and it converts like crazy. So yeah, I mean, I recommend people check it out. Do the same
We
thing. Think about your audience,
Yeah.
Yeah, we have people that ask us that all the time. It's so content heavy, that site itself. Like we have no testimonials or anything on there. But the content itself is so it's very granular when it gets down to the SEO, like the keywords behind everything. But it converts very well from a paid traffic standpoint too, because it's just a direct message in the
Hmm.
hero section with that form. So it kind of does the best of both worlds for us.
I hope you found that conversation helpful. One important thing to touch on regarding credibility is getting testimonials. Now, if you don't have any testimonials and you haven't done any deals yet, then you can start with character testimonials, asking friends or family to write testimonials about you and putting them on your website. Because the most important thing is having some testimonials, some form of credibility on there. And this matters whether you're a brand new real estate investor or you've been in business for 10 years. The person with the most credibility wins. Next, you want to make sure your testimonials are specific and they're combating sellers' objections. So what questions are your motivated sellers asking that you can answer with testimonials on your website? Next time you're at the closing table, pull out your cell phone, take a quick video of you and the seller, ask them about their experience, and put that video on your website. The more testimonials, the better, and the more specific, the more powerful they are. If you want to dive deeper and you want to learn about how to get the best testimonials and where to put on your website, check out the link in the description below. We did a full podcast episode all about testimonials. If you found this conversation helpful and you're a real estate investor looking to optimize your website, then go to carrot.com/convert and you can nerd out with us on all our best resources on website design and conversion. Also, check out the links below in the description and you can find a whole blog post on different ways you can make your Carrot website stand out in your market. And lastly, you can get a link to this full podcast episode. If you feel like there's something that we left out or if you have a question, let us know, drop a comment. We'd love to help you out.